The film opens like a fairy tale, with the narrator talking about a young woman named Marie Joseph, who was born and raised in a convent. She is a rebellious free spirit who often causes trouble for the nuns, but mainly the abbess. In France, Marie Joseph's father, King Louis XIV, is preparing to give a speech to the French citizens. But an assassin fires his weapon at Louis. He is hit but unharmed as the man is apprehended. Fearing for his own mortality, Louis is told by Dr. Labhart that there is a special underwater, a creature who possesses magical powers that can grant him immortality. Louis sends for a group of fishermen led by Captain Etta Lacroix. They encounter the creature, a mermaid, and proceed to capture her with a net. Mermaid is also caught in an attempt to fight off the fisherman, but he simply lets him go back into the ocean before heading back to France. Labhart tells Louis is that the procedure to make him immortal is accomplished. Stirring an eclipse and involve is cutting out the mermaid's organ. The only one against this is Father Francois Lachaise. For the king's request, Locher sends a message to the convent where Marie Joseph is living, and the abbess is eager to get rid of her. Lachaise travels to the convent to bring the girl back with a crew, giving her the impression that she is traveling to play music in Versailles. Marie Joseph arrives in Versailles and is amazed by how beautiful the city looks. She befriends a servant named Magali, but everyone else who doesn't know she is the king's daughter looks upon her as a common outsider. The following morning, Louis meets with Jean-Michel Lintilla, son of a wealthy baron. Lintilla tells Louis that his father is gravely ill and ready to pass on. Louis discusses with Lachaise that Lentil extends to inherit a fortune, and passing down his father's title would benefit everyone. While out for a stroll with Magali, Marie Joseph notices others staring at her. They go to a fountain where she sees Eve for the first time and is smitten. When Louis and his men arrive, Marie Joseph loses balance and falls into the fountain. Lintilla pulls her out, and she meets her father for the first time, though he still doesn't tell her his relation to her. In the meantime, Marie Joseph is set to practice music since it is one of her skills. The men bring the mermaid into a chamber beneath the castle. Louis learns that she is despondent and gloomy after being separated from her mate, and he orders the men to get her well so that the procedure may go through without a hitch. Later, as Marie Joseph tries to practice in her room, she senses a vibration against her harp and follows the noise she hears. It leads her to the chamber where the mermaid is being kept. Marie Joseph meets the mermaid and is stunned by her. It comes by to catch her, but Marie Joseph says that the mermaid is making some kind of musical noise, which she syncs up with her violin playing. The next day, Marie Joseph plays music with the royal troupe before Magali get ready for a ball later that afternoon. Everyone is in awe of Marie Joseph's beauty, and she shares a dance with Louis in front of everyone. She later finds him outside painting a picture of his late wife. He tells Marie Joseph that she reminds him of her. Louis appoints Lintilla with the title of Duke and later holds a dinner in his honor. Even his crew discuss their tale of sailing to capture the mermaid, to which Winterlich makes snide comments, prompting Eve to fire back with more comments that offend him. After the dinner, Marie Joseph goes to visit the mermaid again and goes underwater to be closer to her. Eve later takes Marie Joseph to ride horses, but she falls off and severely breaks her arm. Labhart states that the arm will need to be amputated to prevent infection. Even though everyone thinks there must be another way, Eve later carries Marie Joseph along with Magali to see the mermaid and places her in the water. The mermaid uses her powers to heal Marie Joseph's arm completely. Eve and Magali are amazed at the mermaid's true power. After seeing how Marie Joseph's arm has healed, she assumes that Louis has brought the mermaid to France to heal the citizens from sicknesses, but she is told that the mermaid is for the king's purpose only. She later walks around the courtyard with Eve and the two share a kiss. Louis arranges for Lintilla to marry Marie Joseph so that they can share in Lintilla's fortune. Lachaise summons Marie Joseph after she spends more time with the mermaid, who took her swimming. Louis comes clean to Marie Joseph about him being her father and then tells her that he wants her to marry Lintilla. She refuses and runs away crying, leaving Louis feeling remorseful. Lachaise goes to visit the mermaid and she communicates with him telepathically. Realizing she is a living creature with feelings, he confronts Labhart about killing her to fulfill the king's wishes, but Labhart fully plans to go ahead regardless. Lachaise brings his complaints to Louis, who also refuses to change his mind. Meanwhile, Marie Joseph goes to see the mermaid herself, and she shows her a vision of Eve being the one to capture her. Eve slips the picture of the procedure under Marie Joseph's door, alerting her to the king's real plans for the mermaid. She trashes the musical instruments and then confronts Louis over his plans. She says that she will marry Lentilla if he lets the mermaid go, but he refuses to honor her wishes. As everyone prepares for the wedding, Larches goes to Marie Joseph's room to quietly bring her to save the mermaid. The two go to the chamber where Eve is also trying to get the mermaid out. Although Marie Joseph reminds him of how he captured the mermaid, he is committed to setting her free. They are found by Labart and another goon, but they fight them off to give the mermaid time to escape. Labart shoots Eve, who falls into the water. The mermaid pulls Eve with her as she swims out. Marie Joseph gets Labart caught in a rotating wall that pulls him underwater. Marie Joseph makes it to the side of a cliff where she sees Eve is okay. Louis and his men arrive and prepare to shoot the mermaid to go through with the procedure, but Marie Joseph gives Louis the choice to save his own life or his daughter's. She jumps off the cliff and hits the water hard enough to injure her severely. The mermaid grabs Marie Joseph, and Louis has no choice but to tell his men to stand down with their rifle, so that the mermaid can revive Marie Joseph. She and Eve swim to his boat while Louis watches them leave and the mermaid swims home. Larches tells Louis he is now a great king and a great man. Marie Joseph and Eve sail to find the city of Atlantis so that Marie Joseph may reunite with the mermaid, and she takes her underwater to see the city up close.
Whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry.